Welcome back to Love Jones Therapy. It's your man Sweets. We got the lovely Mz.Mokka, Kayla Cox in the building.
Hey.
Man, it's been an awesome week. Y'all be sure to follow us on all social media, Love Jones Therapy. Check out our YouTube channel, and you can see footage from everybody that's been on this couch. And more to come. So how's y'all week been?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Yeah, awesome week.
How about you?
Yeah, it's been good, very
been good?
tiring. I'm working a lot.
Man, y'all, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all been tearing up the stages everywhere y'all been. Know what I mean? Mz.Mokka, Cafe 290, and Cats Cafe, you, Apache Cafe.
Thank you.
You have yet to come to Cats, but we'll work on that.
I went last week.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there, was I?
Yeah.
My bad.
I'll be back.
I mean, y'all got the swing of things and everything going on.
Yeah, you have to be entertaining and, work your stuff out to get better and better. Stay active. Yeah.
Stay active. What do you like about performing at the live jam sessions? What do you guys like out of that? What do you guys get out of that?
It's only a little bit that I like of it. It doesn't, well, for me, have done a lot of gigs like a few years back. It doesn't give you that, well, no, I won't say that. This is what I will say, so I'll answer your question. What I like about it is that you can really be yourself. You can work your songs out. You kind of can gauge the crowd. It's on the spot, it's live. It's almost like Broadway. It's like, boom, you just do it. But what I don't like about it is that I like to do songs that inflict emotion for me, what I would like to communicate. And it's not always what people want to hear. But it's here. It's, so I just have to adjust. Coming from New York, New Jersey area, and, a lot of people on Broadway, a lot of people, doing a lot of different things, theater, and all of that, people embrace all genres because that's a chance for you to work your stuff out professionally before your actual gig. You know what I mean? You can be in the house all day. If you don't have the proper equipment, the proper, whatever, how would you really know how you're going to come across? Right. So that's the only thing. But I mean, it's great. Atlanta is awesome.
How about you?
Yes. Well, I like that it gives me a chance to rehearse, perfect my staging and my performing. Because after I got off the tour with Drumline Live, it kind of slowed down for me, performances. I had to come back and get used to Atlanta again. So it's giving me a chance to get back in the, in the swing of things. So,
well, you know what, Apache, they say if it don't sound right, show the light.
Yeah.
That's their motto. But y'all know what, today's topic, man, how y'all feel about today's topic?
Well, I'll let Kayla go.
It's a deep one.
Yeah.
It's deep.
I mean, if you could not see somebody, would you or would you not love them more or less?
Well, see, I need to see the person before the relationship even begins. I need to see. I need to see you first.
You know something? Now that I think about it, you ever notice that an ugly person with money looks better? You ever heard that?
You said an ugly person
with money looks better? You ever seen that before? Where he didn't look good, but now he got a whole lump sum of money and all of a sudden he looks better?
I've heard that before. I can see how that can happen.
You can see how that happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So looks is not everything. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Looks is not everything
It's
anyway.
not, but I still need to see you.
Yeah, I get it. She needs to see
I want to be
what
attracted to you.
Yeah, you can be attracted to, he may not be all of that, but if you still have to see the person to kind of, if he dresses well, he may not be the best looking person, but how he carries himself, what he has going for himself might, help the situation out a little bit. I mean, I've dated people that wasn't all of that, and to be honest with you, those are the people that treated me the best because they gave what they had.
That is
right?
True. That is true.
Yeah, they were very real, and they knew, yeah, I know I'm not the best looking person, but I'm a real man. Kept it real, authentic. I mean, you can't deny that. Whereas somebody that knows they have it going on and they figure they can get 4, 5, 6 women at one time, you know what I mean? They have that ego thing going on and they treat you as such. And that's ugly inside. And so, yeah, I don't like to delve into that.
Well, when I was younger, it was all about physical for me. And as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I'm later in my age now, but I'm more of I want to be able to hold dialogue with you, talk with you. If I can't talk with you, then I just can't be with you. I'm a Scorpio, so I like to stay connected.
I want both.
Yeah, I like to stay connected. We're intellectual beings, so if you can't hold us here, you can't hold us here.
That's understandable.
Yeah, so. Well, we got a special guest today. We got legendary Danny Boy in the building.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the couch. He's gonna be on the couch in the hot seat now. And we're gonna hear his story on how he got to where he got to. It's in the time that we have.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah?
I am too.
Definitely. We'll be right back after this message with Danny Boy. Everybody, welcome to Love Jones Therapy. It's your man Sweets. My lovely ladies, Mz.Mokka, Kayla Cox.
Hey.
And we got legendary Danny Boy.
What's up? Hey, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
All right. Chicago native,
Yes.
singer, songwriter, producer, and actor.
Yes.
Man, you were born into a family of music. Mother. Wow, man, like this. How do you keep up?
Oh wow. I guess from losing my mother, and as far as musically, that's how I keep my mother going. Through my music, being blessed with the music from her, and being able to share it with everybody else. So that's what kind of keep me going.
At what age did you start singing?
Wow, I think I started singing about somewhere around 12 years old. 12 or 13. I was about 12, 11 or 12, somewhere around there.
So you started late?
Yeah, well, I was singing around in church and stuff like that, and my mother and grandmother went to this concert of this little girl by the name of Davion Richards. And they came back talking about how my grandma was in the next room just talking on the phone like, oh, she sang like this and sang like that. And it was that next Sunday, I was like, oh, no. Next Sunday, I was standing up in church on a chair singing my own song. So, and ever since that day, I've been into singing.
Okay, so you got your musical expertise from your mom?
Oh yeah, my mom had 7 strokes when she was pregnant with me, and just hearing from the family history, my mother used to sing. I never really had an opportunity to hear her normal speaking voice or her singing voice, but just to hear everybody say, "Oh man, you really sound like Dorothy," and then my aunt Dolores Powell, she sang with the Thompson Community Choir out of Chicago, and she led a song by the name of "It's Gonna Rain." So I come from some deep singers.
Yeah.
I can imagine what my mother was like hearing her sister sing.
Wow.
So you sang in church?
I did, man. That's where it started. I was in church singing with my mother, and when I was with my dad, I was in a bar. I've been singing in bars since 12, probably. You know what I mean? My old man used to hang out at a club, a bar that he built. He was a construction worker.
Okay.
And one of his buddies owned a place called the the Continental Tavern. And that's where we hung out at. Me and my sisters and brothers, we were raised that we go to church with my mama, but when you hang out with my dad, you're gonna sit on that jukebox. You're gonna be quiet while we playing these cards and these dominoes. so I guess that's where, the whole Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, all those songs was birthed.
I could definitely see that. So who were some of your other inspirations musically?
Musically, my inspirations are, there's so many. Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway. My favorite singer in the whole wide world, Stokely of Mint Condition.
Yes.
I just love just good singing, man. Jasmine Sullivan is incredible.
Yes,
I want to hear something that's authentic and organic. You know what I mean? And that's what I look for in artists. So.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So, you grew up listening to classic jazz, gospel, and R&B.
Yes.
And I've heard you. You are absolutely amazing.
Wow, thank you.
I mean, of course, on the Tupac song.
Yes.
But, you know, just some of the other things that I've heard you singing, you have a wide spectrum. What do you enjoy singing? What genre of music?
What music do I enjoy singing? I enjoy singing soul music, and because that's so close to my gospel root.
Okay.
And when I say soul music, anything that could help people through it, and you kind of know that song for yourself. I sing from a deep place of emotions. Each song that I sing, sometimes they would be like, "Man, you gotta do something fast." And I'm just not there sometimes. You know what I mean? I think music is ministry, and it don't have to be a gospel song to minister to people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I enjoy singing songs that you could tell, I could feel the vibrations when I sing of what touched the people. And those are the songs that I enjoy the most.
That's great. That is so awesome. Well, I definitely felt it.
Wow.
Sitting in the audience of cats. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to go after him. Hold it. Let me get in my emotions. Let me go home and get it together and then come back. Right. So, yeah, you're definitely encouraging on the scene for many people trying to get out there.
Well,
and
that's amazing to be able to even, you know, to hear that, because, you know, I longed for that coming through my career, to be able to, you know, look up to someone and to grab something off the tree. That's what this is about, grabbing something off of the musical tree, being humble, and being able to pull something from each other. And I think that's what a lot of artists, you know, I don't want to never be mixed up with a rapper. You know what I mean? Rappers, they have problems with other rappers, and I guess that's what sells records. I always want to be in the position of, you know, I can imagine that Marvin got something, you know, from Tammy Terrell, and Tammy Terrell got something from Otis Clay. They all got something from each other, and then that's what built us and build our characters stronger in music, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be right back after this message with more Danny Boy.
On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. If that's not possible, tell me, can you? Cause I need stand by me through the good times and bad times. You will always be ready for me. Sunny, everybody knows them. Tell me, baby.
Welcome back to Love Jones Therapy. It's your man Sweets, Mz.Mokka, Kayla Cox, legendary Danny Boy right here.
Hey.
Nah, man, first time I met you, right back in May, I was at Apache Cafe, because I recorded a lot of the performances there.
Right.
Now, I had you recorded on my Facebook Live. So my cousin called me from Canada.
Wow.
From Canada. he said, who's that guy singing last night? I said, his name was Danny Boy. Which Danny Boy from Death Rows Records? I said, nah, I don't think it was. I was like, nah, I don't think it was. He goes, he looked like him. I said, how you know it look like him? I don't know what it look like. How you gonna tell me what it look like? And after that, I went on Google. I said, dang, that was Danny Boy. I said, because you know what? I called him back. I said, you know what? I think he was Danny Boy for real. I remember now. But I already Googled it already.
Oh, wow.
So I don't want to look like I didn't know nothing. You know what I mean? So man, bro, let me tell you something. You are I'm not gonna say, I would say, honest speaking, between you and Al is the backbone of the whole jam session. But you are the head, man.
Oh, wow.
And the Astrid is the arms.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? And it runs on legs with the other artists.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Well, that's amazing to hear that, man. Especially since they've had the legacy of the Apache going for so many years. And I'm a newcomer to the A, and it took a while because it's real cliquish.
Yeah, it is.
Real cliquish.
Yes.
Most cliquish.
Because you remember when I called you, I said, yo, Daddy, you coming to Apache this week? You said, nah, I'm not going to be there. I might just,
Oh, wow.
I'm like this.
I got in trouble, man. I just go there to kind of release my musical, my musical stress. I just go there to do that. And my management's like, look, man, you can't, no more Apache. Like, you know what I mean? Because I also want to keep myself in the form of people wanting to come and see me more.
Exactly.
And not getting so familiar with seeing me. But I also, I'm one of them next door dudes. I want people, I still want to know the people. You know what I mean? I think I would have been the right person to run for the president because I want to touch the people. I want to be around the people.
Right.
You want to be approachable.
Yeah, I want to as well.
Yeah.
Approachable as well, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So you entered the music industry at the age 14 on Death Rows Records.
Yep.
With Tupac, Snoop, Dr. Dre.
Oh, yeah.
How were they an influence on your music?
Well, I entered the record industry around that time, but I was with an independent company by the name of Raw Dope out of Chicago, and I later signed to Death Rows Records. And anybody know my story? I'm a church boy. I come up on the west side of Chicago, and I come from gospel singers. And my cousins, two of my cousins rapped in the group Crucial Conflict. So that was the closest, besides hearing the music that Daddy played on the jukebox, and being a part of. I would have never thought that I would have been a part of a hip hop or R&B industry. So when I went to LA, for the first time, and I was able to be around Snoop Dogg and those guys, it took a minute for me to kind of know who I was around. Like I would call home and be like, oh yeah, I'm down with this record company called Death Row, and he's like, what? You down there with Snoop Dogg? I was like, yeah, he in there, and he in the back, and I was just saying it so, so candid. Like it was like, yeah, dude, you up there with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, and I like to use something that's, my godmom said to me one time. She said, you never really recognize the picture that you're in. Because you're in the picture, you got to kind of step outside of the frame to see it. So it was amazing to be with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Who could say that? Man? Like, those
Exactly.
Them icons. I'm trying to get on the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre level myself.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yes, it
I don't take
is.
it for granted at all.
And also, you were on I Ain't Mad at You by
Yes.
Tupac. That album with Platinum, how did you feel when that happened?
I felt like somebody owed me a check.
Well, amen.
I won't say too much about that because I stay in trouble on the internet talking about, that, when I recorded those songs with him, I first off, it's an honor, to have an opportunity to do anything with the king of rap. You know what I mean? That's the king of rap to me. I don't know to anybody else. But to be able to again pull off of that tree of knowledge from Tupac and be able to be in the studio and see how Death Row was working before he came there, and then what he brought to the table when he came to Death Rows Records. And I was working on my album at the same time.
Right.
And I was in Studio A, he was in Studio B, and to have Pac pulling on you, and he'll walk in there while I'm on the microphone recording a ballad. Nigga, come on in here, you need to come on in, the mic. And I would just go in there and I would sing these songs. Picture me rolling and Heaven Ain't Hard to Find. And I Ain't Mad at You. What's your phone number? I had an opportunity to sing those songs, and I really didn't. I didn't know that here it is, you know, something 21, 22 years later that we will be talking about it. And I ain't mad at you. It's such a blessing in my life, even though you know, I'm still chasing money about it. You know what I mean? Because at that time when I recorded those records, I prostituted my gift. You know, and I didn't know too much about the music industry or
The business.
When you were young.
You know what I mean? So I just, when I say prostituted my gift, DJ, you pull a microphone out, let me get in the booth, I'm ready. And that's all I was worried about, just recording and not knowing that 21 years later, this is something that could be taking care of my family. Or this is something that I could be providing for myself. So a little late in the game on the knowledge and the business of it, but I don't take it for granted at all that sometimes I just load onto one of my social medias and somebody from Jerusalem saying, hey man, I'm over here sitting in my car listening to I Ain't Mad at You. So I don't take that for granted at all.
You even had now known as Genuine on one of your songs, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Singing the chorus.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? So that's crazy to even, you were up there.
Wow.
And to me, you're still up there.
Thank you.
Just the business decisions weren't up there with it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the Genuine, what song was that?
That was my first single, actually, called Slip and Slide, that I did a video to. Devontae Swing produced and wrote. And Genuine, before he was in Genuine, he sang the backgrounds on it. And when we were recording, we gained a close friendship. And you know, it was amazing that at the time when he was going through something over at the basement camp, which was Devontae Swing's situation, when he was going through something there, we became friends. And when the demise of Death Row came, to see Genuine taking off was incredible because I knew how much he wanted it and how much he deserved it as well. And here it is later, you know, another legend, another star as well. Man,
Can you guys see yourself doing another collabo?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you know, I had an opportunity to sing backgrounds for Casey and JoJo, and while I was doing that work, I was out on the road with like all of the '90s cats, the Drew Hills and you know, the Necks and all of those groups. So and Genuine, so they always working and stuff like that. So I enjoy being around that because that's again that authentic, that music for the veins that's gonna keep you moving. So I would love to. For sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Great.
For sure.
And you did a little bit of focus for Gridlock.
Yes.
Man, right before, you know what I'm saying? That was the last movie that Tupac did.
That was the last movie, The Gridlock. That was an opportunity I had to work with Babyface.
Yes.
On one of the songs, there was a song called "It's Over Now," and that was probably the hardest session in the world I've ever worked on in my life. Cause I don't know why. Like I'm like, oh man, I'm working with Babyface tomorrow, and I got up in the morning, I was like, I was coughing and snot all out my nose. I'm like, oh no! So I got to the studio and I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this whole spoiled brat thing that I would do around Death Row at the time. Because if I didn't want to do it, it's like, okay, Danny Boy, don't have to do it, you know. And I got to the studio and Babyface had this U-Haul truck, and he was trying to figure out which guitar he was gonna play on this song, and it was like literally, it was about 200 and something guitars.
What?
And he had them started unloading guitars, and he would play a little bit and have them play a little bit. And he was like, no, I don't like that one. And they were bringing them out, and it was my turn to get up to start singing. And I'm coughing and sneezing, and I was like, well, maybe we can. He's like, no, we don't record like that. He's like, you can go on in the booth, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this right now. I was like, shit, let me get in the booth. That was Babyface talking about, we're gonna get this right now. So having an opportunity to work with him was, you know, it was magic.
That's what's up.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Man, we gonna take another break, man, and come back with some more Danny Boy. We got him here. We gonna let him stay, do his thing.
Yes.
We got a surprise for you guys later on too in the show. So we'll be right back after this message.
sip a little jack, maybe smoke a little dro. Love you from behind, but I hate to see you go. Come give me that green light. You can let your head hang down, only if it feels right. Oh, oh, come give me that green light. I need you. Give me that green light. With your permission, I just wanna spend a little time with you.
Welcome back to Love Jones Therapy. It's your man Sweets. Got the lovely Mz.Mokka, Kayla Cox on the building, and we got legendary Danny Boy.
Hey. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
So you know, Danny, with the loss of Tupac, how did that affect what you had going on?
Wow, the loss of Tupac, how did that affect what I had going on? I think Death Row was definitely, and I guess you said me, but Death Row was definitely on a flight, you know, a higher flight than where they were. Death Row was the Motown of the 90s at that time, and I think Tupac put like the icing on the cake when it came to that. And the light that he shined on all the artists there, such as myself, and, you know, when you can get an artist such, like Tupac that you could piggyback off of, you know what I mean? That really is supposed to set up your career, such as every artist almost that come out right now. You know what I mean? If Nicki Minaj get on it, more than likely that's gonna be a hit artist. Or you know, Lil Wayne get on it, it's gonna be a hit artist. Beyonce, oh my God, if a Beyonce get on a song, it's a hit artist. And at that time, that was, you know, the Beyonce of the time, or the you know, that person of that time. So, you know, it's kind of sad that, you know, for me, I think that was my opportunity. I was in the right vehicle. I just didn't get an opportunity to get to that destination of being, you know, the next it artist off of that label.
Right.
You know, so losing him, you know what I mean? And I'll still be singing with him, no doubt. We'll be touring some of these records that we recorded, and having an opportunity. You know, those are the things that I really hate, because it could have created other great opportunities.
Yes.
You know, just his life ending, it would have created so much more for him, and you know, from the relationship that we built, I'm sure it would have opened up more doors for me.
I mean, you did some work with Mary J. Blige, Aaron Hall, Casey and JoJo, Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
and Dr. Dre. Like, shouldn't that have been enough to propel you where you need to go?
Well, you know, the difference is Tupac took me in and accepted me, took me in as a brother. You know what I mean? The rest of these people, you know, especially in this fickle ass industry. This is a fickle industry. You know, you'll think you have a friend. You'll let your bank account get on negative. You know what I mean? And you can't hang in those places with those friends no more, and they don't see you the same. You know, those very friends that you think are friends will be the same people that'll fire you when you know you need to eat, when they're helping you. I'm sorry, Casey and JoJo. I'm talking about y'all. My bad. You know, those very people that you would depend on just to be a friend. Because I have a gift. I'm not.
No
I
doubt.
don't boast about it. I'm not being, you know, big-headed about it or not. You know, for the Bible says, "Speak upon your blessings," and I'm blessed with music. I'll never lose that. But to have somebody that could help you put that in position, you just don't get those authentic people. You know, one thing about Pac, he was a great rapper. He was a great poet, great artist, great actor. But a lot of people didn't get to see the great friend that he was. You know,
Right.
and the real nigga that he was. You know, sorry for saying that word, but I'm hoping that everybody understand what I meant when I said it. He was a real nigga. And a lot of those niggas died when Pac died.
So that's profound. You know, we were speaking off camera about that whole legacy and you being a part of it. I think that the artists like yourself, people who sung, with them, even though you weren't in the forefront, you still made a significant impact.
Wow.
Like literally,
Wow.
Before this interview, I had to go back and listen to that song, look at the video, think about where I was back then and how I felt that it impacted hip hop and, even your vocals, like amazing. I even let my daughter listen to it.
Wow.
I was like, she's like, oh my God, he can sing, he can sing. Yeah, but you have to teach the children too, and I'm more about music education and all that. And so, I just really encourage you to continue to tell your story and hopefully, I guess propel beyond what's already been told. All these different stories are being told from different people. We talked about that,
Right.
Straight Outta Compton, the Tupac movie, the Michelet story. And I think that you have, along with your book, right? But
Yes.
visualize it and show us.
Yes.
Expand on that.
Yes.
Because I'm just like amazed. I almost don't know what to say.
Right.
Literally, I'm sitting here like,
I received
wow,
that.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
I receive it. Let me tell you, this journey, this musical journey has been rough, very rough. Next year, I would be a part of this music industry. 23 years
Wow.
of 23 years of trying to make it in the music industry. In my mind, because again, you don't see what other people see, and I'm so blessed and honored that even when people don't see my situation that I'm in, or the roller coaster that I'm on, that I'm still able to touch people, and someone else can get something off of it. Like to me, that's bigger than any check or any royalty. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I know that the check is there. I know that the check will come. If nobody is touched by, by what you do. I mean, I leave here 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years from now. I still want to be remembered for something. So to just be remembered for that's enough.
That is
I
great.
salute that. I appreciate it.
In your spirit, let me just add this, because I know we have other questions, so we're just so excited to, like, we can be here all night, right? But, yeah, we're really excited for you. Let me just ask you, so you're still touring, right?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you think music has transcended from that time to now? You answered, in a great way, and you have a wonderful spirit.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
I think that this will inspire many in a lot of different ways. But how do you think the music has transcended?
It's transcended to another place. Like again, I get an opportunity to travel and roll with those older guys and who I looked up to, the Shys and the Silks and the Jodeci's and all those guys, and to see the audience is what I bite off of. The positive vibe that's in the room, the love that's in the room, and I just think that's missing a lot in songs, and I don't think every song has to be about love. I don't want people to confuse that, because when you heard some of the Death Row songs, it wasn't, Death Row didn't make no damn love songs. Let's not get that twisted. You're like, wait, you went from Death Row to straight up, let's just love the world.
Yeah.
But it was something that, when you heard Gin and Juice hit the radio, when you heard songs like that, you know what I mean? It put you in the mood. It put you in the mood to party. It put you in the mood to, even when you didn't drink gin and juice, it made you want to be like, shit, I need to get some gin and juice. Snoop Dogg made me want to smoke. My bad, Snoop. He made me want to smoke. So, this music, it's in another place because I can't understand the lyrics. And I think I sound like my uncles and my aunties and my daddy. And I'm like, what the hell is that music talking about? I don't get anything from it.
Okay.
Because it's sending these young people to a different place to me. And they like to say, well, NWA did it back in the day. Let's school right quick. When NWA did things like, fuck the police. It wasn't nice, but that was some real shit that was going on in our neighborhoods.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you can't say that, oh, NWA did that, because we still can thank them today, because a lot of us still feel the same way. Fuck the police. A lot of us still, and that song wasn't just about, I don't like the police because he's a police. I don't like the police because of the position that he put me in as a black man. That's how that type of song lasts so long.
Right.
You know, versus, you know, I got my syrup in my cup, and I mean, you know, Percocet, perk. I mean, like for real. Like this is what we feeding our people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you look at some of these artists, they putting their kids through school. Some of their kids, you look at Jeezy's son. Jeezy's son is in college. You know, their kids are in college and they're not on the west side of Atlanta. They're not on the west side of Chicago. They in some big ass suburb house, like living this big ass dream and making everybody think that it's perks. But let one of them catch their kid on some perks.
Exactly. But they send everybody else's kid almost on a path to
I want to
hell.
send that message. And I'm not saying we can't talk about perk. But what I will not do and I will not clap my hands to is clapping my hands to somebody taking a perk that wasn't prescribed to them.
Thank you. Absolutely.
I mean, period. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm just, because I know what 420 is. Happy holiday to everybody around the world. But we talking about perks that's killing our kids.
Yeah.
We talking about syrup. Like, I didn't like taking syrup when I was little, when I had colds. As a kid, I didn't like this shit. They used to have to give us the pink cold medicine to make it taste good. Now we taking it and we mixing it in something. Because this is what we are emulating on television.
Right.
And feed me something different, but Pac never gave that. I don't show me a video, that's what he gave. All the way from Brenda Had a Baby up until, you know what I mean? Even them hardcore Death Rows songs that was made against Bad Boy and all of those, it was a mission behind them songs. It was some real shit in them songs. I mean, we see that because we lost two major artists. So my bad. I started feeling the same way when we started talking about today's music.
But
because
this is what we want.
I got children and I want them to be able to get some of the good things that I got out of music. I got so much from Marvin when I heard him. Even as a kid, even when I didn't understand, I knew that was old folk music, but I got so much when Tina Marie's song and all of those artists' songs, I got so much from them. And right now I'm so empty. I'm so empty. It's nothing but music just playing and you know, dudes wearing dresses in videos. And I'm not saying nothing against it. I'm a gay one. But you got other niggas with guns showing up in wedding dresses with machine guns. Like, what? I'm good. Hey, y'all. Love Jones.
Yeah,
It
you're
can't get any
right.
realer than
You're right
that.
though. We did get a lot of messages out of the music from back then. Cause even when I was growing up, we had the old phone. You'd be on the phone the whole night. Long time to go on the phone. He had the music playing in the background, turned down just a little bit, just so she could, so she could hear it. And you're like, hey baby, how you doing? Like this, yeah, I was thinking about y'all that long. And she's like, oh yes, he was thinking about me. But the music is playing in the background, carrying your voice, and she's just loving it. The next day, setting the mood. Now, oh my God, there ain't no mood to be set.
And I ain't
Do
saying
you
that.
even talk on the phone anymore?
I mean, you know,
We text.
I mean, people
Right.
people start relationships and stop relationships through text now.
Yes.
I mean, we go to church. I just said it in the show the other day. I mean, we go to church. We don't even carry the Bible no more. It's our phone.
Yeah, you did say that.
when the phone is, you got your phone and it died and you in church, hell, you dead in spirit too because you can't even get to the Bible now. I mean, we've lost touch with those things that used to, and I don't want to sound, I guess this our grandma used to say, we didn't have no phone. We used to write letters. It's probably our grandmother them would sound if they were here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like that authentic, that real, and that's what music was about. That's what love is about, being authentic, organic, and real.
Right.
That's what it's about.
So now, brings me to my next question. What happened to this American Idol thing? Man, what happened?
Well, I went on American Idol after being in Chicago, being a waiter, and working in a funeral home, and a construction guy, and I did everything, having all of these jobs, and starving to be on television again and get that opportunity. I heard about American Idol coming through town, and I'm like, look, I'm going to audition. I'm not going to tell them my name. I'm just Danny Stewart. You know, I went in my first week when I went in for the audition, and I told them who I was, and it was like, but I played it up. I was like, yeah, I did a little background for Tupac Shakur. And, you know, I was trying to play it down. He's like, we don't think you qualify for the show. You're probably too overqualified. And about a week and a half later, they was like, we think we're going to give you a chance to come in, as long as you don't have a record deal. And I sang, went through the show. We got to the top 20, made it to Hollywood. And the day that we did groups, the lawyer of the show came out and took some papers. And he had printed out Death Row's website I printed it off. And he took it and threw it at me. He said, "What in the fuck is this?" And I looked at it, and it was Death Row, and it was called the Untouchable Death Row at that time. They were saying that they were putting my album out that summer. So they kind of sabotaged, I think they sabotaged it. And I'm sitting in this room, I didn't know what they were gonna do. Next thing you know, we went in this room and I'm like, I'm in here with all these good singers, I'm good, we straight. And they cut my ass.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break, man. Danny Boy's gonna come back and deal with the topic of the day. And he gonna lay down for you ladies out there. Everybody out there watching. Love Jones Therapy. Tune in. Right back. Welcome back to Love Jones Therapy. It's your man Sweets. We got the lovely Mz.Mokka. We got Kayla Cox. We got legendary Danny Boy with us still. And man, bro, this has been amazing.
Oh wow.
Amazing.
So you have a book out now called Stranded on Death Row.
Yes.
So what can we expect from that book?
Well, Stranded on Death Row took me about 9 years to write, and I'm so proud of it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know the works of an author. You know what I mean? Like having an opportunity to work with such a great editor, Tara, working with the editor Tara, just knowing what it takes to put together a book. But to be able to share all of the things, a lot of people think, you know, when I said Stranded on Death Row, that it was just about Death Row Records. It just so happened that, you know, through this life journey, I've gained a lot and I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot in deaths. My mother, my father, my brother. I lost 2 sisters in the same year. My mother died, she passed February the 8th in 95. My father passed 18 years later on the same day. You know, I had an opportunity to work with these artists such as Roger Troutman, rest in peace. Tina Marie, rest in peace. Tupac, Left Eye, rest in peace. And as you can hear, I keep saying, rest in peace, rest in peace. And that's what kind of brought this book to life for me. Like I was stranded on death row because I know that the enemy has always been after me. He wished I was dead. He wished that he could have won me. He wished that he could have taken me out. And you're hearing one of the chapters I talked about me dating someone that committed suicide. And again, the enemy has always been after my mind and after my spirit. And what they would get out of that is it's a true book of testimonies. And I try to be as real as possible. I try to share the graphics of everything that I've been through so that they could really see a full spectrum, get a full spectrum, and see the full picture. You know, I wanted people to feel what I was going through at that time. Wow. And hopefully, you know, if they're dealing with the loss of a parent or the loss of a loved one or, you know, the loss of money, the loss of fame, you know, and wishing and hoping to get in a certain place, having those things against you, and they can get those things out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. So what can we expect from Danny Boy now and going forward?
Oh, wow. I am so excited about my book. I stay excited about ministry. I'm just waiting for God to put me in position and to give me the authority to do the works that I know that I'm supposed to do. There's so many people that's hungry for Christ. There's so many people that's hungry even in this industry. Mm-hmm. You know, one thing about it is I lost a lot in this industry. I gained a lot. But if it wasn't, I don't want to sound cliche about it, but if it had not been for God, you know, I couldn't imagine. I mean, mental illness running my family. And I've been through so much that I've had enough to take me there. So I just thank God that he kept my mind.
Yes,
And I want to be able to work on a mission. I don't want him to change the venue. I just want him to change me, the artist, so that I can appear to be straight in front of those people, appear to be right and really help someone. And I don't even have to help them out of saying something. I want them to see it in my relationship, see it in my walk, and hear it in my song. That's what I hope.
Well, we are definitely looking forward to your next project.
Thank you.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
seeing you around the city and
Yes.
all the gigs that, I mean, let's while we're on it, let's speak into
Yes.
existence.
I receive it.
His grace and mercy is sufficient.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you, I've done some things that I don't deserve as much as I've gotten already. So I appreciate everything else that he have waiting for me.
That's what's
That
up.
is awesome.
So y'all know this time we'll bring out the show topic.
Yeah.
Now, the question today is, if we couldn't see each other, will we love each other more or less? Especially when it comes down to finding someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I guess I've grown within the last year or so because it was so important for me to see things. I had to see it. But I'm so much stronger in my faith now, in faith, because faith speaks about having faith and not being able to see it. You know what I mean? So I need a love like that, like, because again, a person can be so pretty on the outside that you want to flip them inside out. Sometimes, and my sound is important to me. You know, I don't know if it's because of the gift of music, but like I'd rather hear what you say than see. I'd rather hear it.
That's what's up.
Profound.
That's the same thing I was saying. The older you get, the more you change. Things become more passionate on the inside than on the outside.
And I remember more things that I hear than I see anyway.
Yeah.
I've seen so much, like I can't tell you all of the buildings I've seen in my mind. Or in every city I went to, oh, I seen this pink building and purple building and orange building. I can't remember all those things, but I can almost remember everything that somebody say to me, especially if they touch me. So
Exactly. Well, definitely. Where can people find you on social media?
where can y'all find Danny Boy on social media? Please, I lost all my friends. I need y'all on my Instagram. Shout out to the person that reported me, duped me out of my account. But my Instagram is IamDannyBoy77. My Facebook fan page is just Danny Boy, plain on Danny Boy. My website is IamDannyBoy.com. My Twitter is IamDannyBoy77 as well. And I'm always on my Instagram. I'm always on Twitter. And please, y'all, just add me. Please, please.
Please add him.
Yes. And the book is available as well on my website, as well as available on Amazon.
That's what's
Amazon and anywhere that you download books, it's available there as well.
So y'all download, follow
Yes.
Danny Boy, man. He's doing his thing.
Please.
We all get to where we need to get to when we support each other. Keep the money circulating.
Yep. That's what it's about.
We all gotta eat.
Yep.
So now with this time, y'all ready for this?
Oh.
Y'all ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Man, Danny's gonna lay a track down for y'all real smooth.
Yeah, I'll do that. For all we know, we may never meet again. But before you go, make this moment. Can you make it sweet again? We won't say good night until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand, and you know my heart, it will be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. For all we know, no.
Woo!
Yes.
That was awesome.
I felt that.
Took us
Danny
to
Boy,
church.
man.
That.
Thanks for coming through, brother.
God bless
Appreciate you.
Sisters, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Man.
Man, we'd like to thank everybody for coming through today. Danny Boy,
Yes.
Kayla Cox, Mz.Mokka. Man, follow us on all social media. Follow them on all social media. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just don't
Thanks
like
for
it.
having me too, man.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Gonna keep supporting, keep going the same places we want to go. Straight, not in a circle. And follow us on all social media. Again, Love on Therapy. And subscribe. Share this with everybody out there that you know. Family, friends, people you don't know. Share with them as well. And I'd like to thank Paradise Salon for having us in their establishment.
Yes.
Definitely it's a blessing.
Beat by Bernie.
And from Love on Therapy to y'all, we salute you. See you next week.